Welcome to this edition of Tahoe Lifestyles and Dining. I'm your host, Drew Murin, and today we are at a standard in the community, Heidi's. Been here since 1962, and Don Thayer is inside waiting for us right now. We're here with Don Thayer, the owner of Heidi's. Don, thanks for having us in today. When I walk through the history in Heidi's, is amazing. Why don't you give us a little bit of background of how it was all come about?
We've been here since 1964. We're the second longest continuing operating restaurant on the South Shore. We've just been part of people's lives. We have people that came in here as kids and now they're bringing their grandchildren in here.
I've actually talked to people who can't come to Tahoe without stopping into Heidi's for breakfast or lunch.
I heard someone describe themselves as a Heidiophile once.
It's perfect.
It is.
Perfect. And let's talk a little about the decor and the ambiance of the setting.
Well, this has sort of been an evolutionary process. We started off with something in the 1960s. We had more of a 60s type look, and we've done remodeling over the years and more of a European country inn feel. And we've collected things. We have guests that bring things in. We have things in here that guests have brought old skis to trade for breakfast.
No kidding.
Yes. Really,
and it's a good trade?
Snowshoes, just little things. And actually they come back in and say, oh, see, that was Grandma's, ice tongs over there or whatever.
That's fantastic. Now, you've actually traveled Europe and sort of decorated your restaurant accordingly.
A couple of times. I've been through little inns in the mountains in Switzerland and Austria and taken pictures and come back here and found an artist and say, can you create these diagrams, these drawings for me, these sort of primitive style drawings up on the wall? And they've done it.
Oh, it's fantastic. Well, it's absolutely beautiful. You've got great decor. It does have that very villagey, kind of lodgy type feel to it. It's fantastic. And the idea that you could bring in a set of skis or a set of snowshoes and trade out for breakfast, what a better deal than that.
It doesn't happen often, but I love it when it does happen.
And let's talk about Heidi's. You've been here for 47 years. And what changes have you seen in the restaurant business in Tahoe?
Well, obviously it's been an evolution of people, different businesses come and go. What we're pleased with, what makes us special is we've had a lot of the same workers here for 10, 15, even 20 years. And boy, that makes my job very, very easy when we have people that are that regular guests that come back year after year and ask for the same food service.
And let's talk about the menu. Very extensive menu here.
Sometimes too extensive because it takes so long for someone to decide. And to decide on all different reasons. One time, Bill Walsh, the football coach of the 49ers, was in here. And he had eggs and bacon and buckwheat pancakes with raspberries, a raspberry topping put on top of the buckwheat pancakes. And a guest 2 tables over said, I'm going to have what he's having. That must be the breakfast of champions.
Well, I'll tell you what, if Bill Walsh thinks it's the breakfast of champions, I'm definitely sold on it. So that's great. We'll be right back. We'll talk about the food when we come back.
Great.
Right? All right, we'll show some food options when we come back. You're watching Tahoe Lifestyles and Dining.